Okay, so hey everybody, I'm Tammy, and my husband Darnell is going live about an incident that happened tonight. So I was working a little late, and he came to meet me because he didn't want me, traveling alone. So he was supposed to have been trailing me. And when I turned the corner from where we were leaving, he wasn't behind me. So I waited a second. Sometimes he drives a little slower than me. So I waited a few seconds, nothing. And so I called his phone, no answer. Called a second, possibly I think a third time. And he answers. And I hear him in conversation back and forth with what I discovered from just he listening, a police officer. So I proceeded to move quickly to go back to the area where we pulled off from so that I could be able to view what was going on, because of course that made me a little uncomfortable and nervous. So I got around to where he was, and I pulled to the side street just to kind of get out of my car and view everything. I kind of stood off a little bit from them because I didn't want the police to be alarmed by my presence. And I was a little nervous because I had my phone in my hand, and I know they can, get a little uptight about all that stuff. But I just stood to the side, kind of did a little wave to the officer that was sitting in the car. And I could hear them talking because my phone call was still live after he answered, but I just listened, and I never did disconnect from him, so I could hear the conversation, not only standing there, but on my phone.
You remember what he was saying to me?
Not in totality, but he was asking you about your plates. And so, I heard him say that, and saying that you can't drive without plates. And you said, I'm not driving. And so he was like, you what did he say? Moving a vehicle or something like that. And he was like, no, I'm traveling. And so, I heard him mention that something was expired or something, and I'm trying to remember every little detail.
Yeah, he said my license was expired.
Expired, yeah.
Right.
So, I'm just kind of listening in on that. Now, by this time, I've gotten out of the car and just kind of standing off to the side watching. And so one of the officers come over to me, and I explained to him that I worked right up the street, and that you met me to pick me up at work to ride with me home because you didn't want me traveling late. And he said, well, he's fine. He's fine. He's gonna be, oh God, what was his exact words? I want to say it exactly the way he said it, but it pretty much meant that he's getting ready to leave in a minute. So he's like, he's good. He's going to be leaving. And I was like, okay, good. I said, I just want to, just kind of see where he was, because he was supposed to be behind me and he wasn't. And I just got, concerned. And then when I called, I discovered this was going on. So he's like, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's going to be leaving in a minute. And I was like, okay, good. And so you all wrapped it up. And that was pretty much.
What did he say about me, the way I pulled over?
Oh, he said that that he was, wondering why you pulled over that way, that it was kind of weird. I said, well, he knows to submit himself to a situation. If you pulling him over, he submits himself to the situation. So, he said he thought it was weird the way you pulled over.
Yeah, I mean, they the only reason why I pulled over is because he flashed his lights at me.
Yeah.
So why would he say it like that?
Yeah, when I came around the corner back to where you were, the lights were they were still flashing.
Right.
His car lights were still flashing. So I don't know why he thought that was weird. I said, but that's just the way he submits to a situation like that. If you're pulling him over, he submits to it. So, but
yeah. So what did you think about how quickly it gets settled?
I was impressed because I am on this journey too. But I have not completely surrendered my situation over, because it makes me a little nervous. And so I've been observing my husband ever since he completely changed everything. And, he's telling me, you don't have nothing to worry about. And I feel nervous about that, because these police officers are so aggressive sometimes. And so, and everything can turn left so fast. So it kind of makes me uncomfortable. But, I told him I'm going to observe him and see how this thing goes and, go from there. So it did get resolved very quickly, and they were pleasant. At first the guy was talking a little firm, the other officer, but the officer that was talking to me was pleasant. He didn't sound like he was about to do anything but release you. So, that gave me a little more feeling like eventually I'm going to make that move, because if you keep getting successful situations like that, then that'll make me feel more and more comfortable about making my complete transition. So,
yeah, because this is the third time.
Yeah, it's the third time. And then, kind of what verbiage to give back to them when they're saying things that actually puts them under the gun about how they're going to handle you, because if you know your rights and you know how to address their questions and their comments about you, he's saying that, yeah, you do have to have the documents and the plates and stuff. And you saying, no, I don't, and listening to my husband, he was firmly saying what he did not have to have. And how you may not know that I don't have to have that, but I don't have to have that, And so listening to him talk to them, is definitely giving me more confidence, because I realize that there are some rights that he's operating in that, even though they're foreign to me and they're something I'm still not comfortable with yet, it is verbiage that keeps them from taking it further. He gets released every time. And I am quite impressed with that.
Yeah, tell them.
I'll be making my videos.
Right. Tell them how you be fussing at me about street cleaning.
Oh, I hate it. It doesn't matter if he wants to let the car sit there because he realizes that he don't have to move it. I be fussing because I feel like, let them clean the darn street. Get your car out of the way so they can clean the darn street, because I want the street to be clean. But I understand that he is collecting document and footage to give to the public so that they can understand that, that you don't have to move your car if you don't choose to, and you don't have to travel under a certain restraint if you don't choose to. So I know he's putting together footage for that. So I know every time he makes a move like that, it's not just about being stubborn. It's about getting a report back within his research to show that what he's doing is working. And
yeah, because they gave me a ticket, but they couldn't charge it.
Yeah,
because
you didn't pay it. You have to pay it.
Right, because the automobile is in the trust. So
right. Yeah, so I've seen him do that more than once, where he's been ticketed but not having to pay the ticket. So, eventually I'm going to be making videos too, showing you all what has happened, concerning me, because I don't like having an issue with police officers. I don't want a problem out of them. I do have good success with just regular situations, but at the same time, I don't like engaging with them unless I'm the one who needs help.
Right.
Yep. So but tonight was quite informative, and I hate that that you didn't get all of the footage that you would like to have gotten, but I was there as a witness, so that was good for me.
Yeah, I mean, because people be liking those video footage, and I was so upset. Like I thought I hit the video camera and I didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna show the little snippets, and I wanted my wife to say something so y'all don't think I'm putting on a skit.
Yeah, this was the first time I actually, my daughter was in the car before. I think you all may see that in the other footage. My daughter was actually in the car with my husband before, but this is actually my very first time seeing it firsthand. I've seen the videos after the fact. They're definitely not skits, or they're not fake. He is actually being engaged in the manner that he is saying on those videos, so for the skeptics that think that he's putting on, he is absolutely not putting on. And tonight I actually got to firsthand see it play out. I rushed to get around that corner because I was only like a half a block or so away from where he was supposed to be turning at, but I had to go almost a block and a half up to get back around to where he was. So I wanted to hurry up and get around there, first of all, to make sure everything was okay, and second of all, to be able to witness what it is that he was getting ready to verbalize to them, so I can see how it plays out, because I'm still learning, so I can make that move myself.
Yeah, so like I said, this is my passport card, and of course I'm not on the do not detain list, and then also this is my DOT number, and you can see my family trust, which is irrevocable, that my automobile is in. And so these are two documents that puts a barrier around you and around your possessions. So they couldn't understand it, and he looked baffled when he walked away. Like, I mean, he going back and forth with me about, well, you do need one. I'm like, no, I don't. I said, I canceled it. And he said, well, you do need it. And I was like, well, I understand I don't, but you just don't know. You just don't know that.
That tripped me out when I heard him say that, because to say to an officer, I don't, but you just don't know that. It's like, oh my God, I hope he don't take that in a negative way. But he didn't. I mean, it was impressive to see it actually play out.
Right. So, this is the power of understanding your rights and the power of, proving your position. So you can't just step out there and not be, in your right status and don't have the paperwork or the documents or the credentials to back it up. And he walked away like, have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
I was also impressed too, that because usually when an officer pull over a male or pull you over, period, driving while black, both officers get out.
Right.
But the other officer, when I walked up, was still sitting in the car. I didn't even know he was in there at first, because I couldn't hardly see him for the lights that they had on. But I could see like a little shadow, and that's what made me wave. I couldn't actually see him, but I waved to let him know I'm just standing here. I ain't causing no problem. I ain't here to cause a problem.
Right.
But I was surprised that he sat in the car like that.
Yeah.
And didn't get out to support what his partner was.
Normally they would do that.
Yeah, they usually get out together, but he actually was sitting in the car. So, yeah, that was a learning experience, and something I can definitely put under my nervous belt about this whole thing.
Right. So it's basically about contract and trust law. So they operating in a different trust. I'm operating in my own private trust, and so therefore they don't have jurisdiction. So I just want to let everybody know, especially my so-called black brothers and sisters out there that is tired of being under the thumb of the police, even though we need police for people that's acting crazy. But nevertheless, if you're a law-abiding citizen, then you're going to do what you're supposed to do in the eyes of the right thing in the eyes of God, and as far as following the right thing to do in man's world.
Right.
So it's about doing the right thing, and if you're always doing the right thing, then they're not gonna have no issue with you. He walked away with no problem, even though he didn't agree.
Scratching his head.
Right, but he walked away scratching his head. Okay, so I'm just gonna post this, and I hope you enjoyed the little commentary between me and my wife, and anybody that is thinking about doing, just if you want to ask questions, I don't mind answering questions. This is Darnell Gabriel from Revolutionary Sword, and this is my wife Tammy. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
Spent so much time feeling the pressure. Which way to go? Then I remember. Free all day, baby. Yo, I'm free from the tyranny of everybody's mind. I got the upgrade, performing the design. How you talking freedom? There's another person thinking that you hide behind. I keep the clear eyes like Ben Stein. We ran time for from God like we used to rent tapes and chase them dead presidents. I seen Lorenz Tate, I'm not trying to escape, cause pain is a ministry. My skeletons come out without x-ray imagery. Gotta turn to God if you hear me. Some people falling deeper in the hole, watching YouTube for therapy. Love of God is native to your soul like a Cherokee, but only him alone, you can't share a key. Outside seems so much sweeter than it ever did. Carry my own issues and be careful why I surrogate. People try to sandwich you with thoughts, this ain't Panera bread. I know where I belong, got the Father in my heritage.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes!